New details as Austin police and neighbors wait for a break in the case that took the life of a local teaching assistant.
New at 6, we've uncovered information that suggests a gap in communication that may have cost Austin police critical time in tracking down a suspect. Good evening, I'm Robert Hadlock.
And I'm Leslie Rohde. Just minutes before the call came in about Esme Barrera, another frantic call came into Austin police from a woman who reported being attacked in the very same area. In an exclusive investigation tonight, Jacqueline Inglace learns that the first victim had what turned out to be some vital information in the Barrera case, but it took hours for investigators to make that connection. KXAN's Jacqueline Inglace is here to explain. Jackie?
Leslie and Robert, we're live along King Street in Central Austin. Police were first called here on New Year's Day by a 21-year-old assault victim who said a man beat her. But a report on that crime was not filed until KXAN brought that victim to the attention of homicide investigators 12 hours later.
Down here.
At 2:18 a.m. New Year's Day, this 21-year-old woman who spoke exclusively to KXAN called Austin police to report that a man attacked her in front of this rental home on King Street. The home would become a homicide scene 31 minutes later when the body of 29-year-old Esme Barrera was found.
They didn't actually take a report. I just reported it, and he said he was going to check around the neighborhood for him, but that it was, he probably wasn't going to find him.
This woman, who isn't sharing her identity out of concerns for her safety, was injured in the initial attack. She spoke with an Austin officer, but department protocol does not require that the officer file a report. Only talk to the victim and search the area. According to Austin Police Monitor Margot Frazier, when an assault happens, police should file a report immediately, especially in cases like this where the victim did not know her attacker. Frazier said, "I'd be surprised to hear there'd not been a report, and I trust the police department will look into if the call was handled appropriately, and if not, begin an administrative inquiry." All incident reports are then put here on APD's crime tracking website for you to see. Only this assault victim's report was posted at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, New Year's Day. That's after KXAN brought her case to the attention of homicide investigators who were collecting evidence on Barrera's homicide. This is video of officers taking her report shortly after. APD confirms this was the only report taken. In it, the 21-year-old gave police this description of her attacker.
He was tall, black male. I think he had a shaved head.
On Monday, APD released this sketch of the attacker, who they're now calling a person of interest in Barrera's death. It's the description the assault victim gave of her attacker. And police now believe the crimes could be related. And the man in the sketch is also responsible for a third attack that occurred around 5 a.m. on the same block. Now, the Austin Police Department says the officer that responded to that assault searched this area for about 14 minutes but didn't turn up anything. And so far, there are no new leads in this case. Robert and Leslie?
Well, Jackie, you were the one to bring that assault victim to investigators' attention. What did they tell you at the time?
Leslie, after they were done interviewing that assault victim, the lead homicide investigator came up and thanked me for bringing that woman to their attention. He told me that they were looking for her but didn't know how to find her. Now, had they have taken that initial report, they would have had that woman's name and her contact information. Live in Central Austin, Jacqueline Inglace, KXAN News.